All right, let's just jump right in. We're going to talk about a skill that's, well, it's not just a nice to have in this crazy world we live in. It's absolutely essential. You know that feeling, right? When reality just kind of barges in and completely messes up your perfectly laid out plans. So how do you keep it together? Well, today we're breaking down a concept called interruptibility. Basically, it's the art of staying cool under pressure, grace under fire. I mean, have you ever lost your train of thought? Of course you have. We all have, right? You're right there. You're in the zone about to make this amazing point, and then poof, life happens. Like you're in a huge presentation and boom, the projector is dead. Or you're on a super important call and your Wi-Fi just gives up the ghost right when you're getting to the good part. Or, someone just talks right over you, completely throws you off. The bottom line is real life doesn't wait politely for you to finish your sentence. It just barges in. So what do you do? How do you handle all that chaos? Well, the answer lies in this idea of interruptibility. It's all about our ability to stay coherent, stay kind, and, stay on track even when everything's trying to knock you off. So let's break that down. What does that actually mean? Interruptibility is your power to keep a conversation going, to keep that thread alive, even when it's getting broken into a million pieces. It's about being able to switch from what you were saying to the interruption, and this is the important part, getting right back to it without missing a beat. And I love this quote because it really gets to the human part of it. This isn't about being some machine that can just reboot. No, it's about having the ability to pause, take in what just happened, make a call, and then get back in there without losing who you are or what you were trying to say. It's about grace. And this is where it gets really interesting because this skill shows a huge advantage we have, especially when you compare us to AI. Just look at the difference here. You interrupt an AI and what happens? It gets confused. It might just listen to the last thing you said, even if it was a mistake, or it just resets completely. It has no idea what the main story was. But us, we can feel the main point. We can find that thread again and use everything we know to fill in the blanks. That's poise. AI is brittle. We're poised. And this is a huge deal as we start using AI for more and more stuff. Live captions, meeting notes, translations, it's going to glitch. It's going to fail. And when it does, someone has to be there to keep the conversation from falling apart. And guess what? That someone is us. Our poise is the backup system. Okay, so we know why it's so important, but how do you actually get better at it? Let's get practical. Let's open up the toolkit. Here's a really great practical technique. It's called the 3-beat pivot. Super simple, super effective. Step 1, recap. Just quickly say where you were. So I was just talking about the budget. Step 2, acknowledge. Deal with the interruption head on. Great question. Let me answer that real quick. And step 3, adjust. You literally say you're going back. All right, so back to those budget figures. Recap, acknowledge, adjust. It's that simple. And here are some actual phrases you can use, your repair moves. They're not rocket science. Something like, hold on, let me finish this thought, is a simple way to manage the flow. Or, wait, I misunderstood. Let me restate. Helps keep everyone on the same page. These are the little tools that make that pivot work. Look, this is so much bigger than just getting through a meeting or winning an argument. This skill really changes how we operate in our complicated modern world. And just think about where this shows up in real life. It's everywhere. At your job, you're bouncing between emails, phone calls, people tapping you on the shoulder. In an emergency, your ability to stay calm and get vital information out there when everything's going crazy, that can literally save lives. And online? Come on. You're juggling a dozen chat windows and random comments at once. Interruptibility is the core skill that lets you thrive in all that chaos. So let's be really clear about this. This is not a soft skill. It's not some little bonus for people who are already confident. This is a core human advantage. In a world that's pretty much defined by disruption, our ability to get back on track, to recover our purpose and our humanity, that's what's going to make all the difference. So I want to leave you with this question. We spend so much of our lives making these perfect, detailed plans, but what if our greatest strength isn't the plan itself? What if it's our ability to recover gracefully when that plan just completely falls apart? What if the pivot is actually more important than the pitch?